Hey folks, lack of response here. It's time for another round of the good, the bad, and the weird. We are still working out of this vault case that I've pulled many things out of already. And we are on the, what I hope is the bottom layer. Let me check. Yep, that's the bottom layer. And today we are looking at this knife, the Berg Blades Slim. We are going to talk about the good, which is things I like about it. The bad, which is things I don't like about it. And the weird, which is things that make it interesting, unique, different. And in accordance with prophecy, we start with measurements and size comparisons. Let's do the size comparing first this time, just because I feel like doing it that way. Here we go. Changing it up a little. So, tall like a Mannix, but short, kind of stumpy. Let's do a little thickness comparison. Little stumpy, little chunky in the handle. But that's okay. It's okay to be chunky. That just means there's more of you to love. Okay, blade length. We got 3 inches of cutting edge, maybe 7 inches overall. Not a big knife. This is a little guy. Little chunky guy. Let's look at the blade up close for any interesting markings. We have no markings there. Is that schmutz or is that a little detail hole? Let's find out. Ooh, that's getting in there. Yeah, I think that's the detent hole. Unless I can, like, wipe it off. Well, the fact that it came off when I wipe means it's schmutz. That's fine. Schmutz is not a problem. All of my knives have seen pocket times. They all got some schmutz on them. There is the Berg Blades logo. And some schmutz. There's some jimping. There is the lock bar with its little over travel stop built in, which means we do have a steel lock bar insert. There's a backspacer that says Berg Blades on the inside. And it's got some jimping on the back. Not bad. Some carbon fiber scales that are very smooth. Some titanium bolsters. Let's zoom back out. So we are going to talk about the good, the bad, and the weird of this knife. It opens nicely with a nice satisfying thwack. We can see that the finger hole is chamfered. I like a chamfered hole. It is a cleaver-shaped blade with a little bit of belly. So you can't really choppy because let's grab our little friend, the vault case here, as a demonstration, right? You try to get the knife down on the surface, your fingers get in the way, so you can kind of get a tilt forward and you can't get all the blade. So you can't do a whole lot of choppy, but, you know, maybe if you kind of pinch grip, you can. The blade is hollow ground, so you can get a nice slice. It's got a nice finish. It is an M390 blade. And the handle, being a little chunky and tall, is actually very comfortable. You can get a nice comfy grip up to right about here, and then you're getting kind of close to that cutting edge. There's no finger choil, but on a short knife like this, it's hard to pull off a finger choil and still have a helpful amount of cutting edge. Pivot colors are carbon fiber to match the scales. It's a nice touch. Jimping is comfortable. So you can make use of the jimping. You hear that? That leads us into the bad. The bad on this is the screws are all Loctited in with I'm guessing red Loctite. I tried to take this apart so I could clean it, try to fix it, etc. I was not able to, and I got annoyed because you disengage and that blade does not move. The pivot sounds kind of gritty. It was like that out of the box, and I couldn't get it any different, so it did not last long in my pocket. Let me try blowing it out, see if that helps. What I'll usually do, I will wrap a hand around like that and then blow into the pivot like a harmonica. Sometimes that can help a knife. Let's see if that helps here. Yeah. No, it does not. So yeah, the action on this one is not great, and that's the big knock against it. The action is not where I would expect it to be for a premium production knife with an M390 blade and a name like Berg Blades on it. Disappointing. The weird. This one was a mini version of a Berg Blades knife called the Golem, which had the same shape but a larger form factor. Why no production Golem? Why all we gotta get is a little itty bitty? Some of us need something more to hold. I mean, Civivi figured it out. You want a folding cleaver, they got you. And oh yeah, it does drop shut. What other folding cleavers do I have sitting over here? Surprisingly, I don't have any folding cleavers out in reach. Let's look at this section. Nah. I used to be all about the cleavers. Okay. But that's okay. So, the weird. Why so small? Why action so bad? How about this thing so long ago that my Gmail account couldn't even find the confirmation of the order? So I am thinking it's just from a time when people were more tolerant of a bad action. They're like, it's okay, just give it a little rest. But no, this is supposedly on bearings. And it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's on washers that need help. And it is a disappointing knife. But that sums up my feelings of the good, the bad, and the weird for the Berg Blades Slim, Production Slim. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more.